Alright guys, it's Westie here, and today I'm bringing sort of a follow-up to the trailers that were released yesterday for the Battlefield 3 Endgame DLC due out in March 2013. Now, both videos were released at the same time, one being for public users of Battlefield 3 so everybody could watch it, and one premium, the public one showing off Capture the Flag and dirt bikes, and the premium one showing off Air Superiority game mode. But while a lot of people spent the time watching the trailers, there was actually a blog post that came with the public trailer that was released. And there were a few bits of information in there that were quite key to the Endgame DLC, including map names. Now so far from the trailers that we've seen, we've actually only seen two new maps for Endgame. We've seen a desert kind of one, and then the full kind of one we saw for the dirt bike release back in December 2012. In the blog post there's actually a section dedicated to the maps that Frostbite 2 can create, and there's a little description that I'm going to read out. Fight all year round. Endgame contains 4 vast and varied maps, each inspired by one of the 4 seasons. By making each map distinctly unique, Endgame serves as a beautiful reminder of the broad range of vistas we can deliver with the Frostbite 2 engine, and how the environment influences gameplay in subtle ways. From the beautiful fall-themed Operation Riverside, with its many rivers and electrical substations, to snowy Sabalan Pipeline, Endgame brings all your favourite settings into one tight package. So, if you actually remember back in the first premium trailer that was released for Endgame, we got a look at the dirt bikes, and that was a full setting. It was all the orange, and there was actually a river with a jump over it. So we know that that one is going to be called Operation Riverside. And the second one, Snowy Sabalan Pipeline. This pretty much confirms that there's going to be a snow map in the new Endgame DLC, which is something that everybody wanted to see. Battlefield 3 hasn't particularly delivered in snow maps. We've only had one, which was Albor's Mountain, and I don't really class that as a snowy map, because if you actually think about it, you've got the mountainous ranges with the snow, but then it drops down to a frozen lake, and around the lake it's just grass and like forest area, so it's not a true like snow map. And I just quickly want to talk about the new one, Operation Riverside. Now, from what we've seen in the trailer, there's going to be a lot of orange in there. We did see a couple of the substations actually in the footage, and a lot of the rocky areas around all of the rivers. But what this reminds me of is a Bad Company 2 map. The one I'm talking about is Laguna Alta, which happened to be my favourite conquest map in Bad Company 2. So you can see both maps are actually up on the screen right now, and you can see there are a lot of colour similarities between the two of them, and actually Laguna Alta had a river running right through the middle of it. And as we know from the description on the blog that was posted, we know that Operation Riverside is going to have rivers in it. So I kind of think it's quite a big comparison between the two, and I think I'm really going to enjoy playing that map. The blog post also mentioned the new vehicles, which are the dropship, the dirt bikes and the lightweight AA vehicles. And by process of elimination, we haven't seen the dropship yet. All we've seen is an icon in the first premium DLC trailer for Endgame, seeing that there is a dropship icon on one of the conquest flags. So my guess is that we're going to see that in the next premium video that's due out at the end of February. It does give a couple of details on the dropship. It will be used as a mobile spawn point for you to parachute into the battlefield, and it's also only obtainable by the person who holds the flag on the map for which the dropship is available to. So if you want the dropship, you're going to have to take control of a flag, much like you if you want the AC-130 in Armoured Kill, you have to take control of a conquest flag. And just a final thing on the vehicles, they actually say in the blog post that the dirt bike has its own physics engine which is separate to the quad bike, and it's a perfect fit for returning game mode Capture the Flag. The bit I'm interested in there, it says own physics engine, so hopefully that means it's actually going to perform like a dirt bike and not just another vehicle from Battlefield 3. That perhaps means that we're going to get a lot of like sort of tilting of the bike, a lot of like sort of sliding and skidding, and maybe like wheel spin starts and stuff like that. That would be really cool. And finally, at the bottom of the blog post, it actually says it's due out in March 2013, so there's still no specific date for the release of this map pack. But I'm kind of thinking that that's going to come along again in the premium trailer or released in another blog post soon, because it is getting closer and closer to March, and they tend to announce it maybe a couple of months beforehand. I think that was the case with Armoured Kill. They release it a couple of months beforehand just so people have enough time to know when it's going to be coming out. Alright, that about wraps up this Endgame video. I hope you've enjoyed it, guys. I've left a link to the blog post in the description for you to go and check out yourselves. Don't forget to give this video a like so other people can see this information. And I've really enjoyed making all these Endgame videos so far. Your support has been great, so I'm going to carry on doing them. So I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I've been Westie, and I'll see you again in the next one.